Hello guys, I just wanted to make a quick video here because as I'm sitting here writing, I stroke me and it's kind of true. I wrote, we're at a stage where it has become easier being bad by doing the wrong things than it is to come with a gracious act of wanting to do well in this world. And the reason for this is because it's simple. It's the easy thing to do. That's when we start to see actually what people do. Like they reject you, they suspect you, everyone is suspicious of everyone because everyone want to like shove down their offerings or their ideology or their perception of reality down your throat and into your ears and in front of your eyes. It's very evident by now, at least in my opinion. And that's like why people have so little trust for each other now in this day and age. We are so polarized and everyone is just so desperate of being seen. Everyone wants to be seen because think about it. I saw such an interesting video by a musician that I really appreciate, like an indie musician. And he talked about that how becoming a musician in this day and age, you buy yourself, you buy that it's a product. Like if you wanna become like a successful musician, it's something that you buy. It's a rich man's game. Because that back in the day when you come up with a great thing, a great product, a great music record, you climb yourself to the big stages. That is not happening anymore. It's something that you buy. And I don't know, I got a little off track there, I think, but so how many is absolutely fixated? Yeah, that's what I wanted to get back to. Because once you have the eyes on you, once you have the attention, the popularity, you have the following count and whatnot, all of these stuff, you get the things coming to you and people think that that's why I don't understand sometimes. It's fucking funny, to be honest. You see people online or you see people on television. I mean, I don't have a TV, but like when I'm somewhere I have access to TV, and you see all of these like Eurovision, you see all of these shows that is like the pop cultural, very popular TV shows in all kinds way, shape and form. And you're like these people here, not all of them, but a lot of them, like what do they have to offer? Why I am I missing something here? It's because I don't really see the value. And that's interesting. Like for example, working for a podcast myself, and that is like real interesting, important and actual content that affects, I mean, essentially about democracy, I guess, and about freedom and about protection and protecting the libertarian values, etc., etc. You know, if you really want to get down to what it is that I'm working for and with. And although I'm working in more of a commercial sense and with sales in regards to this, but that's what it gets down to. Then you have all of these other things, but we understand, we know people are, yes, I want to say that also, in general people are lazy because we just want to be fed by pop cultural and contemporary culture. That's why we are focusing so much attention on TV series, the news, because the news now is not necessarily about the actual events and horror that is going on in the world globally or domestically. Essentially, it has become a source of just entertainment, and that is really messed up, actually. But yeah, like back to what I was saying, that most people nowadays, they are just lazy. They want to have the latest about the fame, the pop culture, the movie stars or the TV shows. social media, there is so many celebrities, you know, online now. Like everyone is a public figure. It's like, okay, what did you actually accomplish, right? What did you actually do with yourself? You're there on doing reels or shorts or whatever, just shaking your booty or just showing off and just showing luxurious lifestyle, showing off cash or showing off jewelry. Or it's a phenomena in itself, and it's something that is very, very damaging, because it is separating people. It is separating the youth, because the youth is growing up with this context and they think that this is what they should strive for, when the reality is way more complex, is way more tricky, way more difficult. And it's way more complex when you actually trying to give something gracious, an act of benevolence, a meaningful act for actually doing a positive impact on the contemporary society and for the future generations. And that actually ties together what I was starting off with in this video. It has become, and I think I know why. It has become easier to do bad things. It's easier to be the bad man, to be the bad woman, or being a burglar, or being a thief, or being a creepy, horrible thief. You know, it is easier because everyone, think about it. We are lazy as people. As I mean, I think we are literally becoming more lazy as of a species. Because we want the fast path, we want the shortcut, we want to ride on the wave. And I mean, being in stocks myself, I see how, because when you're in stocks, you are really like, you have to follow what's going on, obviously, carefully, and read news forums, follow what's going on with the company or whatever you're invested in. And there are so many that want to just have a shortcut. You see it, how they trying to filtrate or manipulate and trying, because that's like, why do we want to win the lottery? You know, people don't think long term. People want something quick here and now. And that's why, like, shorts, social media is, people are getting addicted to it. It's why people are addicted to stimulants or anything that just makes you feel good right now, because we are at the point in society where people just cannot just sit still with their thoughts and just feel whatever they're feeling. You know, allow yourself to just exist, to be in the present moment. It's so much more valuable sometimes than just trying to hustle or trying to keep up with I think we're living in the information age. I mean, I think we are actually exiting the information age as we are entering the age of AI, the age of artificial intelligence. And that is something that, like, I don't know if it's going to be for the better or for the worse, like speaking in macro socioeconomics or whatnot. I mean, because in terms of the information age, are we really designed to have this much information in our heads constantly and simultaneously? I don't really think so. I beg to differ, because I think we are way more simple as biological creatures than that. But yeah, we are indeed living in an interesting time, and we are in for a hell of a ride, is what I can say. And again, like, you notice how people has changed, because if you are in for it want to do good, because think about it, most people, they want to do good, they want to do well, and they want to build a life for themselves. That's like the norm, obviously. That's why some people, for whatever reasons, they are taking the shortcut and becoming, of course, it's not long, in general, it's not a long lasting strategy to want to do bad things and want to be a thief, for example, or a crook, you know. But that's like what happens. People in this age are just so suspicious of each other. So we are so programmed almost not to trust each other anymore. And that makes it even dangerous and even toxic. Because where then is the trust between us as a human to a fellow human, your fellow human being? That's just a few thoughts.